How's it going, everybody? It's your boy Trip. Welcome back to another episode of All in a Day's Work. We're here on a Wednesday with our Wildin Wednesday with Trip. Officially, we're signing on. Before we get started, everybody, please click that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you click the notification bar. That way you guys get notified of all of our videos here in the up and coming future. All for you. Get that notification, baby. You're going to want it because we got lots to talk about. And again, if you like what you hear, please go ahead and leave us a comment down below, and we'll do what we can to get back with you guys. You guys also have us on allinadays.com. You can send us a message there anytime you guys want to get in touch with us. So let's get started. Censorship. God damn. Look, let me tell y'all something. We already knew, especially during the whole pandemic, we was going to get censored, right? And I don't mean like we as in all in a day's work. I mean we as a people, right? Censorship is everywhere, all over social media, all over the mainstream media. Everywhere you look, something's being censored, right? But on this Wildin Wednesday, I had to talk about this stuff. So y'all know the press secretary, right? Yeah, United States press secretary for the president of the United States. She out here on Friday, she talking about how the administration is partnering with Facebook to censor those of us who are speaking any kind of negative way against the COVID vaccine. Now, say what you want about the vaccine, about the narrative, whatever it is you want. All of that doesn't matter. I think everybody can agree that it's awfully weird how our government is pushing a vaccine so hard that they have to offer incentives and stuff. Incentives. Now, I'm sorry, but we all thought in the initial phase that COVID was going to be the end all be all. But I don't even want to say quickly. We learned that it really wasn't as bad as they were making it seem. Initially, they're making it seem like if you go outside, you breathe that stuff, you're going to die. You're going to end up in the hospital. You're done. But we quickly learned that that's not necessarily the case. Not for everybody. Now, I'm in no way at all disrespecting anyone who had lost somebody due to COVID or anything like that. And my heart goes out to you and your families and friends who had to suffer through the 500,000 plus lives. I'm not dismissing any of that. What I am going to say is that those of us who chose either not to vax or mask or whatever and still went on about their business, they're raising questions. And they should. There's a lot of people that should be raising questions because, this COVID thing maybe didn't turn out as bad as they made it seem, and we're still dealing with it, going on 2 years now. Like, really? But nonetheless, you got to think, like, in what other way would we be okay with out of nowhere they rush to make these vaccines and they're saying that they're completely safe even though they're still under only emergency use authorization, and that they have to offer incentives just to get you to get your vaccination? Like, if you're not raising questions to that, then I think you might need to talk to somebody. Because I just don't understand how you could not question that. Regardless if you're for the vax or against the vax. Like, I don't care how you feel either way. Like, you do you. I don't care. I'm not going to advocate for getting it. I'm not going to advocate for not getting it. I'm just going to, simply say, do you. Do what you believe is right for you. Not everybody else necessarily, but it's your choice. Anyways, it's awfully suspicious, or it's just a little weird how all of a sudden our government has to really push hard for this safe vaccine that everybody has to get. And instances of like $1 million lottery and, you know, free beer, free weed, free whatever, like they're really pushing to get this vaccine. It raises some questions that I think should be raised. Like, I don't understand why it's such a big deal to not get a vaccine, especially if you haven't had any symptoms, if you haven't had any kind of actual sickness, you're healthy, you do your thing, you take your vitamins and whatnot, you haven't gotten sick, and you've been around a lot of COVID people, like, you know, myself, who've been around so many different people who've had it and don't wear a mask. And I don't plan on getting the vaccine, but that's my personal choice, you know, and I haven't gotten COVID, I haven't even gotten sick, but that's just me. Maybe I'm just some freak that just doesn't get sick. I don't know. But this idea that you have to use taxpayer dollars to influence people to get a vaccine, so it's a little suspicious to me. But now, what reason I brought this up is because it's just crazy to me how all of a sudden we already knew Facebook and all other platforms were censoring individuals and stuff, but all of a sudden they're working with the White House because the White House wants to say shit like, well, Facebook is killing people because they allowed people to make false posts or whatever speaking out against the vaccine. Sorry for believing that we had this thing called freedom of speech, but you know, that's neither here nor there. We're not going to really get into that one, but I just, it's awfully funny. All of a sudden now Facebook is speaking out and saying that, well, we are going to work with the White House, do our best, and to get all negative COVID posts and things removed and push harsh punishments for those who go against the community standards and all this other bullshit, right? Because they're being called out and saying that they were killing people because they were allowing posts that spoke negatively against the vaccine. Like, oh my God, I'm sorry if I'm the only one getting worked up about this and raising questions. I mean, please let me know if I'm by myself, because to me, it does not make sense to me. Like, let's be real. In what other scenario, okay, in what other situation would we just allow for the government to be so wrong in so many different ways and have shown us this, especially when it, you know, in reference to this pandemic, you know, that now they're trying to mind fuck us. And okay, I don't want to say mind fuck, in a sense it is, but they're literally going out of their way to bully this other administration who is already censoring us to begin with, and saying that they didn't do their part and they're killing people. That's a little, it's a little harsh to say and really throw it like a company, you know, like, hey, Facebook is killing people because, or whatever, you know, Facebook is killing people because they allowed negative vaccine posts. I'm so lost, everybody. I don't know. I just, maybe I'm just a nut. I should be wearing a tinfoil hat. I don't fucking know. I definitely find it weird and concerning that we're just going to look past the fact that they are literally using taxpayer dollars to incentivize getting a vaccine. Forget your freedom of medical history ever, freedom of your choice, freedom of whatever, you know. It's an illusion, and I believe that if we don't stand up and actually speak up against things like this, then we're going to end up in a really, really dark time ahead. I wish everybody, you know, peace, love, happiness, and safe, but and honestly safety. But at the end of the day, we have to really raise these questions because these are people's lives we're essentially gambling with. And I'm not necessarily a gambling kind of person, but I would never want to gamble my life just because it's a fad. So on this Wildin Wednesday, we talked about Facebook censoring us, which we already knew was going to happen, and how the White House is manipulating them. Maybe I'm looking at it the wrong way. Maybe I'm just wild. Tell me what you think. Leave some comments. Go ahead and write us a letter. Let us know. Maybe I'm just talking out of my ass. Guess we'll find out. Check out the website at allinadays.com. If you like these videos, if you're liking the organization and what we're doing, check out the website. We have all of the things that we would like for you guys there. You can get your merchandise and all that good stuff. So please check it out. Again, before we end, please share, like, subscribe. Do your part. Tell us what you think. Until next time, everybody. Stay safe. Wildin Wednesday, All in a Day's Work, officially signing off.